the Nigerian government have the time and opportunity to take this initiative, negotiate with our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, conduct a referendum and let the people decide. Our Prime Minister Mazi Nnamdi took a bold step to conduct a self-referendum so as to let you know that it is not just people abroad talking. So as to let you know that it is not just a guesswork or coming online to shout. There are practical facts showing that Biafrans are willing to walk away from the zoological republic. If you do not agree with that referendum, what is holding you to conduct it? The intention was to make you make that move. If you don't agree with it, all you would have done is to go and conduct yours and let us compare. But instead of that, you manipulated, you attacked, you made sure that you stop him. And I bet you will never succeed. No matter how you try, you will never succeed. No matter how you try, you will never succeed. So we should all continue to be strong. Do not be discouraged. Do not see your brother as a threat. Let us continue to face the fact of the day. Let us continue to do what we have to do and make sure that our voice is being heard. I can see someone joining me from the TikTok. If you're there on TikTok, can you unmute yourself and speak to us so we wouldn't keep you waiting for too long? Maybe you have one or two things to tell us. Go ahead.
Good morning, sir. I don't know if I'm audible.
Good morning. You're welcome. I can hear you loud and clear. Welcome, my brother. Thank you.
I just want to encourage your good work, sir.
Thank you so much.
Please keep it up. Keep it up. We must be free from these people.
Yes.
If we don't become free, my God, our children will have no future.
Yes.
So the fight we are fighting right now is the fight for our children. Our children need to have at least a conducive country that at least they can live like human. Not this slavery that is going on all around the world that Igbos are in. And all the countries around the world doing the detailed job. That's not what we want for our children.
Yes.
We want the best for our children. So we must keep the good work going. It makes no sense that Nigeria is so blessed, but the blessings have become a curse. It makes no sense. And if you want to speak about it, they arrest you, they put you in jail. Yeah. But that will not make them to stop us. We must be speaking. We must be speaking. Well, I will just stay here and I love your program. I will stay here and I will be listening to you, sir.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that wonderful input. You just said it. And that is what we are all interested in, to make sure that our generation unborn, our children, have a home to return to. So many of us that are talking today, shouting here and there, it is not because of ourselves. Most of us might not even be alive to enjoy these things we are saying, but it doesn't really matter. As I always tell people, it is not about me. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said it is not about him. It is about the future of our children. We have a home where to return. So many of us are living abroad, and when you look around you, left and right, and you come back for Nigeria, are you proud of yourself? Are you proud? Can you boldly, even your own children, can you boldly tell your children the story of Nigeria and what it's made up? I have seen many videos of people who are living abroad, how their children interview them about Nigeria. Some of them who have not even been to Nigeria, they want to be there, but the parents cannot tell them. Certain things you cannot even explain because there is no answer to it. There is no answer to certain issues, certain questions that our children ask us. There is no answer to it. How do you start answering those questions? We can only answer those questions by the actions we are taking today to create a nation where we can be very, very comfortable. A nation that is going to favor everyone. It is not just about some people think it's just about the Igbos. This is not about the Igbos alone, because I have said it that till tomorrow, from the beginning to the end till tomorrow, Igbos still remain the most successful people. The southeastern part of Nigeria, Biafra land, still remain the most secure place till tomorrow. They still remain the most secure. So it is not just about us. That even if you say, let us remain like that, even if we say, okay, let us continue in this one, we are not the ones that are going to feel the pain. We have gone through it before. And one of the activists in Nigeria, is it Aisha, whatever, she said that if there are any tribe that will survive any circumstances in Nigeria, it is the Igbos, because they have seen it all. So when we talk about this, when you see every platform you go, you see Igbo people talking, you see Biafran people talking, you see people from the old Southeastern region talking, you think it's just about, it is not just because we are afraid of the suffering or we are, no. It is because we cannot be comfortable in idiocy. We cannot be comfortable in madness. There is nothing you can do to make us say, okay, now let us now begin, let us accept irregularity as something that is normal. No, we cannot accept abnormal as normal. That is not who we are. We are freeborn, and freeborn will remain. Many observers argue that long-term security depends not only on law enforcement, but also on addressing underlying grievances such as poverty, corruption, unemployment, inequality, and distrust in public institutions. Others emphasize the importance of stronger security operation against armed groups. These approaches are often discussed together rather than as alternative. In all these things you are talking, excuses people are giving. You see people online talking, you see people who call themselves elites and intellectuals making one excuses or the other. The major problem is that Nigeria has a foundational problem. And when the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous do? And I have always told people, it doesn't matter how beautiful the edifice is on the top. If the foundation is faulty, only breeze will blow and the foundation will collapse. If you have a faulty foundation, the only way to rebuild and make this work is to go back and lay a genuine and solid foundation. Before you put any structure on the foundation, just like people who are engineers and whatever, before an engineer put a one-story building on a foundation, you have to look at the foundation first and see if the foundation can be able to carry one-story, two-story, or three-story building. You don't just see a foundation that was meant for a downstairs and you go and put an upstairs on it, it will collapse. So when a building has a foundational problem, the best way to you don't amend it. There is no engineer will tell you to begin to amend. No, you destroy it and lay a strong foundation, a new foundation. That is the only solution to the issue of Nigeria. Many people are running away from it. They try to be politically correct by speaking good grammar and English. They use English to confuse themselves. But at the end of the day, when it comes to solution, you hardly see one of them that prefers solution. And I bet you, in the contraption called Nigeria today, the only people that are talking about solution are those who are calling for the disintegration of Nigeria. Not by fire, by force, not by chaos. We are asking about peaceful disintegration of Nigeria, and it is possible. It is possible. That is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has been calling for. That is why his anchor of speech is always referendum. The same thing is what Mazi Samako did. Referendum. Mazi Samako went an extra mile to conduct a self-referendum so that you will now understand how important it is, how serious it is. So if you don't agree, you conduct yours. What did they do? Instead of listening as people that have common sense, they did not. They attacked him. They made sure that he's being detained. They took him away from the picture. They still come back online and begin to speak their grammar. The same people that attacked Mazi Samoneko, blackmailed him and made sure he's there. The same people that attacked Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and destroy his image. When you come online, meet them on conventional media, you still see them speaking grammar about the problem of Nigeria. How Nigerian problem is so difficult to handle. They will speak grammar, explain and mention and call out all the problems of Nigeria. But when it comes to solution, they have no solution. They have no solution. We have seen it again and again and again and again. They will always speak. They will always talk. But in terms of solution, they have no solution. the same people who are attacking the supreme leader of IPOB today, who will disagree with him. They speak about the same, and that is one thing. The difference between us and these people that call themselves activists in Nigeria is that they identify the problem, but in terms of solution, none of them has the balls to pursue the solution. None of them have the balls, which is disintegration of Nigeria. And when I say peaceful disintegration, some people say there cannot be any peaceful disintegration. There can be peaceful disintegration. There has been before. There has been before. Some say there is no referendum in the constitution. Referendum have been conducted in Nigeria not once, not twice, not thrice, many times. And you can have a referendum without you having anything in your constitution. It is possible. It is done. You must not have a referendum in your constitution for you to carry it out. This is something that has been done several times in Nigeria. There are numerous examples that many of us know about. But yet, when we come to be politically correct, we try to choose a word that will satisfy our slave masters and make them feel fine. And when you come and speak those big grammars and language and you just go back home and relax and you say you said something, but at the same time, you are not sincerely pursuing solution. For those of us who know why we are here, genuinely, even no matter how difficult it is, pursue the solution. Like, there are so many people we don't agree with, but that doesn't mean they are not doing their part. Somebody like Showore, there are so many areas that I do not agree with Showore. Like those of us in the Biafra restoration do not agree on some part. But there are so many things we agree. And I appreciate him and applaud him with his efforts. At least he believes on revolution and he is pursuing that revolution to the best of his knowledge. And that is why you see him going in and out of the court in Nigeria, in and out of the detention, because he is genuinely pursuing a cause. It is something he doesn't believe in disintegration. Good for him.
Hello.
You're welcome. Hello. Go ahead, my brother. Go ahead. Go ahead.
First of all, it's to this you said now I will use to answer. First of all, if Nnamdi Kanu was not in intention to this life, is alive, and let me say he's outside the work to do. Do you think Nnamdi Kanu will be telling Eastern like go and vote for Toby, want a president of Nigeria?
Come again.
If it was that black was outside the he's not in the prison.
Yes.
Do you think Toby will be Nnamdi Kanu? Do you think Nnamdi Kanu will tell Nigeria Igbo citizens today go and vote for Toby to become the president of Nigeria, or is still going to be telling them we don't want to be Nigeria, we want to be alone?
Well, the question you're asking answered itself. You know, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has campaigned for P2B before, and after that, he said that is the final time he will do so. He has given them that opportunity, and he said that is the final time he do. So if Mazi Nnamdi Kanu were to be around today, he will never, ever support anything that calls president, regardless who is competing, whether Peter Obi or any other person.
So that anybody who is fighting that cause is the enemy of Nnamdi Kanu. Yeah. Either is enemy or is not follow the ideology of Nnamdi Kanu. It's like betraying Nnamdi Kanu.
Yes, you can use not following don't use the word enemy. You can have a different ideology. You can have a different ideology. It's allowed. People are free. You have the right to express your opinion or whatever you decide to do what you want to do. You can say that they don't have the same ideology, but don't say the person is an arch enemy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No, don't use that word arch enemy of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu.
That's why I put that word, and that's the betray.
Yes.
Because Nnamdi Kanu is because of that cause.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, let me go to this person. You said that even when we are not believe everything he's doing, but you still believe what he is doing on his own, which is
Showore.
Showore.
Yeah.
Let me go to Showore today. Showore is fighting to become a president of Nigeria.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Same time, Showore is fighting for revolution to come for Nigeria to destroy. Why would you fighting to cause at the same time?
You say Showore is fighting for what?
Showore is fighting revolution.
Yes.
Revolution means it's not by ballot. It's by people determined by themselves. Say Showore is the contest by ballot. Why focus on one cause.
You
when you contest for election, if you win, you believe on democracy. But when you lose, you never believe on democracy. You now believe on the revolution. Why fighting two causes at the same time?
No, it depends on how you understand the cause of Showore. It is not fighting two causes. When you talk about revolution, there is a political revolution. There is also the violent revolution. There is also the educational revolution. There are so many kinds of revolution you can talk about. And the most important aspect that Showore is focusing on is on political revolution. The political revolution of Showore, it is the Nigerian government that at one point in time always tried to make it look violent. It is not violent. It is not. Just like they made the agitation of the Biafrans violent. All those things are created by the government. But when it comes to Showore himself, just like I told you, I don't agree with him in so many things because of what he believes. And I respect him for what he believes. That through revolution, he can be able to change it. Either political revolution, by forcing himself into that place and get there, which you know is almost impossible. And he believes it is possible. I don't have any problem with him because he's ready to pay the price. So when you see the revolution of Showore, don't see it as if he's pursuing two causes. It's only one cause he's pursuing. It's one cause. It's not a violent revolution. It is the Nigerian government that is making it violent.
I love you for you to say it's on his rights. Nobody should bully you. That is, everybody have the right to do what they like.
Yes.
Somebody to believe what they go. I can say to you today now, I'm not a standard person. You understand?
Yeah.
But I can say our culture will do something at the same way of doing this more than other cultures. I will say where I go from, do this thing related to people that relate to Yoruba or that relate to Hausa. So I know people there which today they will talk their story by being in Southeast. It was a thing of because they never believe on that agenda, which is everybody have the right to believe or not to believe. They were bullied, they were even clean. Let me use as around, they were even bad. There was a person who was telling me this thing. He mentioned 6 people for his family. Even him, his little thing they not to buy him. He was just only doing the work of government whereby doing the immunization to the people society. They hold him going to be doing that work of government. He's looking for them to buy him. He was begging by telling him, if you see you again, you will buy him. Why that kind of thing that we know everybody have their own right? Why then in that area, it was a thing of if you don't believe on that cause, you are going to take your life.
Thank you for that very question you brought. You know, just like I tell people in my platform, I deal with reality, not with dreams or speculations or what people think. You know, this agitation for Biafra has really propped up so many things, and so many things have happened, and so many people have created some things. They have created some truth for themselves. They've created some facts for themselves. But in all these things you see, there is always need for us to verify informations when we say things and when we see things. Just like as I told you about the issue of Showore and the Nigerian government making his revolution violent. The same thing is what is happening in Biafra issue. There are so many things that is not the way it is being played out. So many lies are being told against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, against those of us who are speaking. People will make up things and claim whatever they like because they want to favor a certain thing or a certain group or a certain ideology. And on that case, when people begin to say such a things, you begin to understand where they are coming from. There are so many things that are being said today in Biafra, and when they say people are forcing them, the Biafra agitation is not being forced on anybody. But one thing you cannot do, naturally human beings are bound to protect their borders and boundaries. If you now say you do not believe in Biafra and you stay away from Biafra, nobody is going to come after you. Nobody's going to force you to believe in it. But whereby you now begin to act against the struggle, you are fighting against Biafra, acting as informant, even working with the government against the cause that people, you know, a cause that is at the heart of the people. When they react, you don't blame them. When they react, you don't blame them. But when you focus on something else and you say you don't, there are so many people who don't believe it. We have different people with different ideologies. We have different people in Igbo land mainly. There are so many diverse ways of it. But when you see people, they create a kind of a narrative to suit their own agenda. either to promote a certain narrative. Because, you know, in Nigeria issue now, most of the important way that they use to destroy people and images is public opinion and the media. And for them to win that public opinion and create a kind of narrative in media, they use their media to push an information. They might bring somebody and this person will say, I'm an Igbo person or this one. They might even bring an Igbo person, and for one reason, for one enticement or the other, he will say things that are not obtainable, things that are not real. We have seen it firsthand. I have seen many that I investigated. I have seen one. I have record of many. I have some confessions that people have made who are pushing forward things that they didn't know. And we have also seen so many false flag that was conducted in Biafra, and they still conduct in Igbo land today. In Southeast, Nigerian government is still conducting false flag using the same Igbo people. Using the same Igbo people. So when you meet those kind of people and you give it the narrative of what happened, when you dig deep and you see how they got to where they are, you find out that everything they are saying doesn't hold water. So you don't just judge by such narrative that people paint. Just like that is one thing that Nigerian government is very good at, using the media to project a narrative and a perspective, and people will believe it. Let me give you, for example, look at this woman, Desani. Desani today, wherever you mention Desani, everybody, even a child that is born, any child that is born within that time, Desani was out, sees her as a fraudster. When you mention her name, the first thing that comes into the mind of any man is a fraudster. But just recently, she has won her case in the United Kingdom. She has won her case against all the fraud they're living against her in the UK. How are you going to change that image? But already, in the mind of an ordinary Nigerian person today, who is not even paying attention to the news on international events, they see Desani as the worst fraudster in Nigeria ever, in Nigerian government, an innocent woman. So this narrative issue has always been there. It has been there on all perspectives. They push that narrative. Excuse me, I'm coming. They push that narrative on every single organization that they do not agree with. They push it against the Showore group. They push it against the Biafra. They push it against Ezazaki. They push it against so many other groups that we are formed in so many places. They create a narrative to make people hate you and then win public opinion on their side just to castigate you on media. And these things are things those of us who are on media speaking have to be very, very much aware of. We have to be be careful about it. Go ahead.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Go ahead.
Someone just said about Desiani. Me today now, I have peace. You know why I say I have peace? I'm happy to tell and use Desire to base them to Nigeria, because anybody who know me always see that even as most and the former governor for Kogi State, as long as it's alleged, no cut out a sentenced person. I never call person like that a thief.
Yes.
Some more you should bring today that you said that they are happy to eat. If you give a more you should bring mic, they have said it is not, they never say it. When Desani was in the UK by talking about global government, he will tell you Desani is a thief. Desani is a thief. Who is a thief?
Yes.
Somebody that they never no court. I ever said that it's a thief. That is where we are in Nigeria today.
Exactly. That's what I tell you. I don't agree with not that I don't agree with everything Showore says. I've told you before. I don't. Yeah. But I respect people's opinion.
Never sentence Igori. I tell you, this judgment, Nigeria would have said that, you see, because the money will take to the United Kingdom, that's why they support this lady. I will see say somebody to you today, Nigerian president today, that even Nigerian citizens will wake up today to say, he do this, which is our former central bank governor, who is in detention today. If it's happened, he's still Nigerian money, when Nigeria paid him, why not charge him? Let us know whether he's still money.
Exactly.
The same person will come to court. They will say that the federal government are not yet ready.
Exactly.
The same person told us that it's still money. He says the person just because the person want to do right in Nigeria. The constitution says you have the right to contest. That's why we need to. If when Nigeria is not growing, you mention a word that said that if a house that you build, the foundation is not strong, you still continue to renovate that foundation. More coach you put to that foundation,
yes,
you are giving you more expensive, because if a fresh land you want to clear it and build the house, it's cheaper than a place where there is a house already.
Very correct. Absolutely, it's very cheaper and easier.
More houses you put on top you say you are going to test story building when it's a story building foundation, more problem you are giving to yourself. In Nigeria today, that man came. What other country that we want to refer to, they rule their country with a constitution. A constitution, if you buy, do something in the outside constitution, that's what somebody will condemn you. It's not when you do something inside constitution. I never support APC. He was one to contest in APC. It's not a political party I support. But did they have the right to contest? Yes. Do the people who like to vote for him? The people will not decide. That's why he called democracy. He said he want to contest. Later, by the party, they don't want to withdraw for that election. He did something by make sure I want to hold the money. Let the election be free and fair. Not people to use money. He said Nigeria, just a month for you to wait yourself so that they will not use money to buy your future. He said Nigeria condemned you by him. He made Nigeria to suffer. He's still here. He's still here. The same person is here today. Now Nigeria city will not say that person they caught thief that time. Why not show it to the public today for what for we to know whether it's a thief is not a thief? But every Nigeria city today, if you don't put that man on the name of that man, Central Bank who was a thief. You understand?
Yeah, MFL.
Central Bank now, person who want to go to court. The same federal government will tell you that they are not ready yet. So in that country today, it's a country where even anybody you are telling me is a this. The way you even behave, even make the person that's supposed to even speak out, he will not be able to speak out. Even make today now, I know you are not talking the politics side, you are talking about that secession, let people live that side. In politics today, any state governor or former state governor or opposition party, if the party in power today say you are a thief, they want to prosecute you. He want to start up, say I'm not a thief. Say Nigeria will persecute him by calling the person a thief. In that way, you will see the day they are announcing today you are a thief. They never say thief, they say thief. You ready to join them. That you want to fight a cause, that people that you want to show yourself to know that you are not a thief, will even condemn them, will even give you time for it to even speak. That's how Nigeria are today. That's how we think. So in that kind of place, what do you think anything somebody is looking for? In short, what Nigeria will be protesting against today is education. We should have a good education for people to even know where we are going. Because we don't even know where we are, we don't even know where we are going. Anybody that, let me even use it to you. People beat last election, people that go and vote for bill, you vote for a bill to become a president, but you vote for another house of rep, another house of senate to go there. If a bill become a president, that time he doesn't have majority. How can he rule the government? You sure that you don't even know what the work of a house of rep, you don't even know what the house of assembly, because no education. The same people that will do this are people that have big grammar.
That is why I say, my brother, you are confirming just why we are doing what we are doing and we are saying what we're saying. Nigeria has a foundational problem. And that foundational problem has affected its citizenship. The way the citizens think is very, 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 very absurd. And the only way for you to sort out this problem is for you to go back to the drawing board, solve the foundational problem of differences. The value system differences is a major problem. And there is no way, some people they say, they will just come and tell you, oh, stop ethnic, this one, stop it. You can't stop it in Nigeria. There will always be that ethnicity issue in the case of Nigeria until there is disintegration, peaceful disintegration. Later on, if we want to come back together to become one, we can still come back together. It does not mean we will become enemy. It does not mean we cannot transact together. We will still be members of the West Africa. We will still be neighbors alongside. We can still engage in so many diplomatic issues. But that foundational problem of forceful integration, where people do not have respect for each other, where some people believe they are born to rule, some believe they are more intelligent than others, and some believe that this and that is what they want and what they want, until we solve that problem and people be in a place where they choose to be. Until that, there is nothing that can be done that's going to work. What Nigeria should be talking about today should be a referendum for people to decide their fate. People to decide their fate. That should be not about election. If you like, put Peter Obi there tomorrow, the country is going to be worse than it is before. I want you to go back to the drawing board. Check from independence to date. There has never been any new government that came and become better than the old one. If somebody told you in a dream that a worse government than Buhari will come, will you believe it? Buhari said that people are going to pray and wish that he comes back. And look at what is happening today. Are people not wishing that they have the situation in Buhari time than now? So these are issues. These are things that some of us, when we, like me personally, I am for disintegration of Nigeria, peaceful disintegration. People go their separate ways, and later on we can come back and see. And when we talk about this issue, some people get angry. They get angry. Some people who are not from our side or who doesn't believe in what we believe, we get angry. But this is a genuine concern. This is when you talk about real solution. It might look difficult. It might look difficult, but it's just like you said. Just like you said, repairing a house, building a house, and maintaining a house that has a faulty foundation. It is much more expensive to begin to maintain that than to destroy the foundation and lay a new foundation, then build any edifice you want on the top. It is much more easier and much cheaper to remove the old foundation, put a new foundation, and then build on it. And this is what we all have been advocating. But some people misunderstand us. They think that when Biafrans are talking about Biafra, we are just talking about ourselves for selfish interests, for mineral resources, or because we think we know too much, or because of... No. It is to save humanity, for people, everyone to have the right to decide their fate and do what they want in their region, control their resources the way they want it. It's not out of hate. It's out of concern to save humanity, because this time bomb is going to explode. And when it explodes, it's just a question of time. It will explode. When it explodes, it is going to, just like what is happening today. Look at the insecurity in Nigeria. You think